for the New Year's Six. Just very appreciative to the committee, and what a tremendous matchup with Ohio State in a great location in Dallas, an area that we really got a lot of fans, a lot of alumni, and obviously great recruiting. So it's a really awesome opportunity for our program, for our university. And obviously the Cotton Bowl is one of the best bowl games there is. So very fortunate. Our team was very excited, and you know, we got a lot of different things going on right now. We had a good practice this morning. You know, obviously we're as coaching staff out on the road recruiting, but we'll get to work in short notice on Ohio State, put a good game plan together, and be excited to play. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Eli, I saw you, right after the announcement, going up to those seniors and congratulating them. Tell me what this means to get them into New Year's Six Bowl this year.
Yeah, it's just a remarkable feeling to know. The start of the year there was a poll about would we even make a bowl game, and instead we're one of the a top 10 team in the country that's going to a New Year's Six bowl game, and that doesn't happen without a lot of hard work, a lot of belief, and a lot of determination, and just thanking the seniors for making it happen.
Eli, what were the last couple days? I mean, did you spend any time worrying about where you go, who you play, anything?
Yeah. In fact, yesterday I mapped out 6 different. There was about 6 different bowl possibilities. So how each one of those bowl calendars would play out. So we had 6 different plans in place going into this morning. So and now after this press conference, we'll go solidify the one that we have and start putting the plans together. But just really excited.
Coach, how refreshing is it to play a new opponent like Ohio State? It's been about 25 years since Missouri and Ohio State facing off.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really tall challenge, right? Very good football team. Coach Day does an excellent job. So that's going to be a great challenge. I know our team was excited. The quality of opponent you get is always a lot of fun. Obviously, they've got some really good players. So that'll bring our attention to focus pretty quickly.
Anything else, Coach? I know that this is probably not the best time to ask this,
it's okay.
But have you talked to guys at all about, hey, do you expect to have your whole team pretty much play in this game?
Yeah, I do. There's only one questionable right now, and that's an injury situation with Ennis. Ennis was not able to participate in that last game and is going through some things. So that's really the only one. All the other seniors have decided right now that they want to finish this thing out and play. So I don't anticipate having any issues. So, and then I would like to make the announcement that the players. I've given the players the option. If they've elected to transfer, they can still finish out the season with us and participate in the bowl game. So some of the guys that announced that they're transferring were in the room today and were at practice this morning. There's been a couple who've said that they didn't want to continue and go to the bowl game, but I think there's only 3 of those guys that did that.
So that includes Chad and Tyron, you expect to?
Chad, no. Chad's season ending, but I expect Tyron. He's working his way back. I'm not going to put any pressure on him, but we've got a long way to go before we play. 28? 27? 29? 29. Yeah.
Coach, before they made the announcement, you asked the team where do you think we're going, and I believe you said Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Why did you think that?
I don't know. I just had a gut feeling. Really did. I don't know.
Coach, in your conversations with the seniors, guys like Darius, and how much does playing the New Year's Six Bowl mean to them?
When you choose to come to Missouri when those guys came, that's not something that had been done in a while. And it's an opportunity to leave their mark on this university, on the brotherhood, and as a group of men together. So I think it means a lot to them to continue to entrench their legacy and what they were able to do. We haven't achieved what we all want to achieve in the previous 2 years in our bowl games. They were great experiences, but they weren't New Year's Six. So these guys want to go experience that. They want to play at a high level.
Do you know who you're Go ahead.
Just can you walk us through kind of what your involvement is, what the athletic department's involvement is when you're in this bowl selection process? Just
Yeah, the zero. Yeah, we had zero involvement in any of it. When they announced it on the screen was the first time that we knew. We knew that the Orange Bowl had a tie-in to the highest-ranked SEC and the highest-ranked either ACC or highest-ranked ACC and then / highest-ranked SEC / Big Ten school. But other than that, it was all based off the committee's matchups. So we had no say. You know, I was exchanging text with Dan Lanning earlier this morning and Coach Kiffin, just trying to all gather information, and all of us were the exact same. We had none. So
You now know who you're playing. What's the next 26 days look like for this team? It's kind of a long time to prepare for the game.
Yeah, for the coaches, it's recruit. For the players, it's study, lift, and keep your skills sharp. And we'll practice on the weekends while we have official visits in. And we'll transition to really practicing and preparing for Ohio State directly. Probably the 15th will be the first time we really, maybe even the 16th will be the first time we actually crank up and say, all right, this is what Ohio State does, and we're preparing for those opponents. Other than that, it's going to be about player development, getting our young guys opportunities, continuing to refine our skills, letting our seniors continue to improve their skills for their opportunity to play in the NFL. So it's all about individual development right now.
When you talk about recruiting, obviously a game like this, has to be good for recruiting.
I think so.
What does this mean to get on a national stage like this when you're on this recruiting trail like that?
Yeah, we've been fortunate to have the national spotlight, from really November, and so this is just an opportunity to have a capstone opportunity in a moment. But we got to capitalize on it. You don't want to be on the national stage and not perform at your best. So, from coaches all the way to players, we have to prepare with a purpose.
You've alluded to it a little bit, but I mean, what's the difference in being in this game and winning this game? How big a factor is that?
I mean, you play to win the game, and you play to provide momentum for the upcoming season, and you play for the seniors to finish the right way. So we're going to be motivated to play. They've got a really, really good team. I mean, you're talking about a team that was, did they lose by 4? Lost by 4 to Michigan, right, on the road, which, they have an argument too, just like some of these other schools, on why they shouldn't be in the top 4. So you're talking about a playoff-worthy team, and we're going to have our hands full.
Coach, how is this different from when you were part of that national championship team, Auburn, and yesterday with Boise State? How is it different on the cheers and advantage on?
Yeah, from as far as different being the head coach, not really. It's I don't know yet. I haven't got all the experiences, but maybe a better hotel room. But I do think it reminds me so much of the 2015 Fiesta Bowl, 2014 season at Boise State. Just rallying together, playing for each other, and getting an opportunity. Right. I'm sure we'll be a big underdog in the game. And I'm sure most people will write us off, and that'll be fun. It'll be good.
One last question.
Sounds like you like that underdog feeling. I had that.
I don't love it, but I embrace it if it is what it is. So, I'm sure it is what it is, and we've always got something to prove.
Thanks, guys. Good play.
All right, guys. Yep.
They did 4:35. You got a specific time right there, so all right, running back Cody Schrader. Go ahead with your questions.
Cody, how do you like, landing in the Cotton Bowl and facing Ohio State? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's just a dream come true for me and this team. I think the Cotton Bowl has so much history, and it's something you've been watching since growing up as a little kid. So getting an opportunity to play there is definitely really special.
I saw Drake coming up to all the seniors, after the announcement. What does it mean to you guys to get to play in a New Year's Six?
Yeah, I think for us seniors, it's like I said, it's just special because we know the work that we put in. We know the trials and tribulations that we've been through at Mizzou, and just to have this opportunity is something that we've definitely been working for.
Cody, after the Arkansas game, you said something along the lines that this is where we belong.
Yeah.
In the, the 10 days that follow, is there any, doubts that kind of creep in? Are we going to go in year 6? What's that stretch period like?
Yeah, I don't think there was any doubts. I mean, of course, we had to pay attention to championship games, and was hoping there was no big upsets and stuff like that maybe kind of veered our chances of getting in this opportunity. But absolutely no doubt. We know we belong. We know that what we can do, and we're going to go show that.
Cody, are there any plays early on in the season that at the time it may have been just play there, but there's something like we don't make that play in week 5 versus Vanderbilt or whatever, we don't get here to do it.
Yeah, I think the first touchdown to Luther against the K-State game, I think that was the biggest momentum because I think after that touchdown, I think a belief went between through this team is like we can do this, we belong, and then of course that game, and then I think the Florida game, that 4th and 17 is going to go down in history. So,
Cody, I know you're not a big personal awards guy. You don't talk about yourself, but we won't get to talk to you again in the next few days. Gil Walker Awards being announced, names being out there to maybe get some Heisman votes. Have you thought about that the last few days? What would those things mean?
Yeah, I've been focused on it. I'm not too much focused on it, but especially with this downtime, you start looking at social media and stuff like that. But now that the bowl game just announced, I'm not going to be focused on it. I'm worried about winning this game, and I'll see all you guys in Dallas. So.
Do you, Brady, or any of the other St. Louis guys? You guys been having an amazing season. You guys come together. You have a nickname or something. There's something cool about you.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, we all came from the same spot, and now we're doing this for.
Yeah, no, we don't have a nickname or anything like that, but it's kind of just an unspoken thing. Like we're a lot of guys, especially on offense, are from St. Louis. We know what we have to do. We know what kind of weight that carries, and we know how we want to represent our city. And I think we've done a good job so far this year.
Cody, Eli spoke about how the want to come to Missouri has risen in the last few years, including yourself. Just how does it feel to see that your convictions of wanting to be here are rewarded?
Yeah, like I said, man, it's extremely special, and nobody wanted to be here, on the outside and before the season, right? So I think this brotherhood, the culture that we have built with the guys in this room, it's cool that people might want to transfer here. Other people might want to be a part of this, but my only question is a lot of people is like, where were you guys at, in the beginning of the year? Because a lot of people didn't think we'd ever make it this far besides this team. We know what we've gotten since the beginning of the year. We know what type of work we put in. We know what type of team we are. So right now, man, we're just focused on the guys that are in this building.
How many receipts did you keep from July, August time?
Yeah, I think we definitely keep receipts, and we've heard all the outside voices, and now we see people want to jump on board or whatever you may have you. But like I said, man, we're focused on the guys that are in this room, guys that are on this team and this coaching staff, and we built a brotherhood. We built this team from the ground up, from a lot of trials and tribulations that we had last year and a lot of failures. So I know this team is hungry, and we're going to go get it.
Cody, I think it's fair to say that you've had a pretty good season. Is this the cap, the Cotton Bowl? Is this the cap of the season that you've been looking for?
Yeah, we have 2 goals, right, man? It's get a degree and play for championships. So this is an opportunity that we've been waiting for. I think for this senior class, this is where we leave our legacy. I think we've had a really good season up to this point, but I think this game is kind of a defining moment for the senior class.
Has something been proven, or is there more?
Yeah, we definitely have proved that we belong. We proved that we can be dominant. We proved that we're one of the best teams in the country, and we're gonna go showcase that.
Early thoughts on Ohio State?
Yeah, man. I haven't really paid attention to them too much. I just know as Ezekiel Elliott being from St. Louis, and that's where he played, and definitely have followed Ohio State a little bit, throughout my college career, and man, what an opportunity to go play on the biggest stage against one of the a really good football team.
Cody, I don't think it's necessary to ask if you're going to play in the bowl game, but if you talk to all your classmates, I mean, is the feeling, hey, we've got, you don't expect anybody to skip this game or anything?
Yeah, from my knowledge, no. I think, everybody that's on this team, every senior wants to be a part of this. We know what this carries. And like I said, man, this is a legacy game for this senior class, and to cement our name in the history books at University of Missouri. So from my knowledge, man, everybody's gonna be there.
One more question.
I know you talked earlier in the season about being in treatment a lot during the week and taking care of your body. You have a little extended time before this game. Has that been good for your recovery, and as we move closer to the game to get closer to 100%?
Yeah, of course. And I think this time, time to recover and stuff like that. And we're, have a great plan in place with Coach Russ and Coach Drink and the coaching staff, what they put in place for us over these next couple weeks. And man, now it's just time to turn it up and put the best play on the field come the Cotton Bowl. Appreciate you guys.
Javon, I'm going to guess where you grew up, you have a little familiarity with Ohio State talk. What's it like to play them in your final game?
For me, it means a lot, honestly. My dad actually played for Ohio State. So, yeah, I was kind of all week hoping we was going to play them. And when I said it on, like, Wednesday, I didn't really think it was going to be true. But, man, it's a blessing. I can't wait.
Have you texted or talked to him since it was announced?
Yeah, I called him right after. I said, pick a side.
What did he say?
He said he don't know. He said it was hard for him to answer. I said, okay, we're going to see.
How excited are you, you've been here a long time, to be able to play on this kind of stage in the last year of your career?
Man, it's a great feeling, just to end out the season with a great team. It's going to be just a great battle, honestly. I can't wait.
Well, when you reflect on how the offensive line was a year ago to how you guys are now, being one of the best rushers in the country, being in the Cotton Bowl, what does that mean to you as one of the captains on the team?
Man, it means a lot because last year we knew that wasn't the best year for us. We knew we had a lot more, and this year I'm glad we just came out. We did a lot better, proved to ourselves that we had what it takes.
Cody just called this a legacy game for the seniors, to lead this program. I mean, if you spent much time thinking about where it was when you got here and where it is now?
Yeah, like for sure. We want to just end out on a great note. I've been here. It's been a lot of ups and downs. So me just having and finishing the season out with a great team is just a blessing, honestly.
Anything else, Javon?
How do you feel playing a big opponent, but that's not in the SEC, just someone else different that the team hasn't faced in 25 years?
I mean, it's good, just to match ourselves up with a different conference. It's just going to be a real exciting game and a great matchup.
Anything else, Javon? Good.
I appreciate y'all.
Do work. Darius Robinson.
Mizzou crew, we going to Dallas.
Question.
How do you feel about where you landed, going to the Cotton Bowl, meeting Ohio State, different team than you usually face? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel great. We've been to Dallas twice now. Yeah, Armed Forces Bowl here. And it's way bigger than the Armed Forces Bowl, so now I'm really excited to do this with my teammates and, like you said, play Ohio State, a random team, but we're just ready to be 1-0.
Cody was talking about the.
Grow up in Michigan with any particular thoughts or feelings about Ohio State?
Yeah. I had high school. They came to my high school once. They gave me a camp flyer, and that's all I got. So I guess you say this kind of personal, but I'm just trying to be 1-0 with this group of guys, and I just win this game at all costs.
So much different does this feel than 2 years ago when it was the Armed Forces Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I was grateful to be in the Armed Forces Bowl. I'm grateful to be in the Cotton Bowl as well, but just grateful for this opportunity. I'm glad our hard work has paid off and put us in the spotlight to play in a big game like this, but we got to make sure we're ready to play and find a way to win.
Have you allowed yourself to think about how far this program has come to where you guys are right now, playing in one of the New Year's Six Bowl?
Yeah, I was just telling Brady, this is real. We're going to the Cotton Bowl, one of the biggest bowls Mizzou's ever been in. It's exciting, but we got to win. I mean, that's the only way to really seal the deal. So, our coach is going to have a great plan for us, but I'm excited to be in Dallas. I've never been to the Cowboy Stadium. You always hear about Jerry's World and all that stuff, so I'm just excited to get down there and go play.
What are one of those plays early in the season that may have just been normal on that day, but maybe it's week 4 or something like that, and you're like, this is a big play that kind of helps get us here. If we don't make that play, we don't get here.
From week 4, just in general.
Just any.
Honestly, every Tuesday practice around here, it's Toughness Tuesday, so that's where we have the longer meetings. We have a longer, more physical practice. So on those days where you maybe not your body don't feel the best, but you got to go to give us the best chance to win that week. So all those Tuesdays paid off for this big game. Is it on Friday? What day do we play?
It's on the 29th.
What day is that?
It's the 29th is a Friday.
Friday? Oh yeah, it's a nice little Friday, high school vibe. But no, we're just excited, and like I said, our hard work paid off just from last off season to now. But we got to take advantage of the opportunity and win.
How's the toughness to doing those last year when seeing 66 versus knowing you guys are playing a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think naturally everybody's going to be more energized and go a little bit harder, but it makes you respect how we were at 6-6, but we grinded for this moment, so we're going to be ready to go and just ready for the opportunity.
Is there a play from a game that really stands out as, hey, the season really took off from this moment here?
Honestly, our 2 losses, because I think the next practice when we lost, it was on. Like at practice, everybody was getting after each other, just wanted the best for each other. So unfortunately, like our losses is which we learned the most from. The wins were good, but those are obviously 2 games we wish we could get back, but we learned the most from those.
Did you spend much time in the last week worrying about where you might go, who you might play, or were you just?
Nah, I was just hanging out. I was just trying to keep myself in shape. Thinking about the Reese's Bowl and stuff like just keeping myself in shape and stuff like that. But now I can do my normal routine of watching tape. But that's the thing, the game's so far away. So I'll probably watch every game and have, hope to have my best game this far just because we have so much time to prepare for it. But, I'm just excited to get back to film, get back to my process.
Darius, we talked a lot about you coming back to the program, that whole decision, that process last offseason. How much does this mean to you right now?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's a blessing to be here, but I knew it would be possible. But we got to win, because if we lose, we just got there. We didn't actually do nothing. So we got to find a way to win, and then that will really be the exclamation point on the season. So, like I said, we got to have some great practices. Our coach will give us a great scheme, and we just got to go ready to go play.
There's a senior role, you, Cody, and his
Yeah.
I mean, so much representation from Mizzou. How does, just things like that, in addition to being in the Cabo, how do you feel like that kind of boosts the program going forward?
Yeah, it's a blessing to represent our university. And I was just telling Hop, man, when we go down there, it's on. Like, we got to make people understand, like, Mizzou is for real. Like, this season was not fluke by any means. This is a compound of years of hard work, and now it's time to show it. So now when we get down there, it's on. And, I'm glad for Mizzou for giving us this platform and this opportunity. And, we want to carry it to the best of our ability and let people know, like, this is a real deal. It's not no fluke, not a fluke year.
Drinkwitz told us that he isn't expecting anybody to be opting out for the bowl game. What does that say about you guys and the group of people that came back to this team to get to New Year's Six Bowl?
Yeah, it shows we committed. We want to win at all costs. It's definitely an idea that everybody thinks about, but not for 1 second I thought about it. I knew as soon as we beat Arkansas, just one more opportunity, one more practice ahead of myself. I'm just trying to get better each day. But I think all the seniors are just committed to finishing out this right way. So that's why I say it's grateful that we're there, but we got to win. Because if not, we was just there. We didn't actually do nothing. So we got to make sure we do the things to be 1-0 each day.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See y'all later.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brady, did you spend any time looking at, hey, we could go here, we could play this team, or did you just wait for anything else?
Yeah, I kind of got tired of all the speculation, to be honest with you. I knew it was going to be one of the 3 or 4, and I honestly didn't know until the 1:30 announcement, and, man, yeah, super excited.
who's played in Cotton Bowl before, you've been a Mizzou fan your whole life, 07, 2013. Remember watching those games?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a long time ago, but I know we've played in it, and it's a big bowl game, big one for this university, and I'm just glad we have another chance at it.
What about the chance to play Ohio State? Not just, I mean, obviously one of the bigger names in college football, but also a program that, growing up in St. Louis, I know you know a little bit about.
Right. I mean, yeah, Ohio State's obviously a top-notch program. There's about as big of brand as you can get, in this sport. And, that just makes our opportunity even better. The opportunity to go down to Dallas and play that type of team, that caliber of a team, it's quite an opportunity.
Brady, do you, Luther, Mookie, Cody, you guys talk about how you guys St. Louis guys, been putting on for that city and doing well and got the team to the Cotton. You guys talk about that at all?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we take pride in. We know that, a good part of this offense and team, the key pieces, a lot of it is from St. Louis. It's something we take pride in. We know we have people back there that support us every week and watch these games very closely and stay in tune with what we're doing, and it means a lot to us. So to put on for the city, that's super important for us.
Brady, from these seniors that decided to come back, what impression have you got from them, just how much it means to come back and then get into this New Year's Six?
Yeah, I mean, this is everything. This is why they come back. This is why they stayed for one more year, and it paid off. All those seniors that came back, made the decision, hey, let's give this thing one more chance. That's not how we want to go out with our career at Mizzou. It's paying off, and we got one more opportunity at it.
Really, if memory serves, your first start being in a bowl game in the Dallas area,
Mm-hmm.
did they kind of feel full circle?
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that yet. First start was right in that area, and we'll be right back there in about a month. So, I mean, like my brother Ben says, everything runs through Dallas, and I'm excited to be back in the city and put on a good show.
There a player moment, early on in the season where you said, if we don't make that play then you don't get here.
Yeah, I think those plays showed up all season long. There was obviously a lot of close games that we played in, a lot of big moments, and luckily for us, a lot of them went our way. We executed when we needed to because all of that goes into where you play for your bowl game and how many wins end up on your record. So incredible season, but we're not done yet.
Brady, you mentioned week 3 as a turning point for the culture of this team. How far has that culture come since then?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, full turnaround. Really, from that week, from that game, from that win, it's been a different vibe for this team. We really started to appreciate what we do and why we do it and doing it together. And man, it's just made all the difference. We really care about each other. These seniors have done an unreal job of leading us, making sure everyone on the team knows how much it means to them. And we just play for each other.
How important is the saying, why stop now?
What'd you say?
I said, how important is the saying, why stop now for this team right now?
Yeah, no, it's important. There's been a lot of big moments this year where we could say, man, we're satisfied. We made it. We did this, we did that. But that's huge because we still have the biggest opportunity of the year coming up, and we've kept that mindset, and we will continue to keep it.
Two more. Brady, how different do you think it'll be having this long to prepare for a moment in a game that's not the normal during the year to have almost a month? Yeah,
I mean, that's huge, especially in my position. You start watching tape immediately, and when you have that much time to prepare, the game plan like in the back of your hand. You know what they do. Their players, their personnel, and you're always just more prepared. So that's huge.
Like you said, last question. You said week 3 was when the culture kind of the turning point for the coach for everybody else. Was that also the same week for you that maybe you even got more confidence on top of what you already doing?
Yeah, 100%. That was the game. I think I've said it. Mizzou needed it and I needed it. And that was the game that turned it around for me. That's where my confidence really boosted, and I started to believe in myself that I can really compete. I can really do this. I can lead this team. And from that moment on, it was a lot of confident ball.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brady.